The Doctor being trapped in prison excites and worries me at the same time. Exciting because there could be some really interesting stories told as a result of this, such as why was the Doctor in prison, but also very worrying because if she gets out in the first sort of 10-15 minutes of Revolution of the Daleks, it would feel like a waste of time, minor inconvenience, rather than an actual plot point. However, if this is a special sort of length of the Timeless Children, so about an hour and 10 hour and 15 minutes, there could be a good sort of half an hour, 40 minutes of the Doctor in prison before she actually gets out. So today we're going to be looking at 3 different ways that she could get out of prison in Revolution of the Daleks. First way, obviously, most predictable way, Captain Jack. Unexpectedly, as I'm sure you know, Captain Jack appeared in episode 5 of series 12, Fugitive of the Judoon, making his triumphant return, meeting all 3 of the companions in the process, but not meeting the Doctor that episode. However, he ends the episode by saying that if the Doctor needs him, he'll be there. This kinda seems like a way that the Doctor would need him right now. But that's not the only evidence we have to suggest this. At the end of Fugitive of the Judoon, at least at the end of Jack's scenes, he's attacked by an anti-theft program full of nanogenes after he's stolen a ship. Those attack him and then he disappears, presumably teleporting away to safety. Or does he? It's never actually said anywhere, not even by any of the actors, Christian or anyone, that Jack actually manages to escape to safety. Seeing as this is an anti-theft program, it could be very likely that this transported him to a prison instead of him transporting himself away. And it could just be coincidence that that prison could end up to be the same prison that the Doctor was trapped in. There of course does have to be some sort of outside source who does get the Doctor out, as far as the companions are aware, the Doctor is dead. She went off to sacrifice herself to stop the Master and the Cyber Masters, so in their eyes she's dead, so they can't come and save her, nor can anyone on Earth, because like I said, they all think she's dead. Option number 2. The Daleks could inadvertently break her out, or deliberately. We know some sort of the plot, some sort of revolution, which kind of implies Dalek Civil War, so maybe the Daleks want the Doctor. Possibly they come after her to try and get her so one side can beat the other, and they break her out of prison so she can be their prisoner instead of the Judoons. Or, inadvertently, the Daleks could just be flying by, and being the trigger-happy police they are, the Judoon could try and attack them, battle ensues on the prison, the Doctor escapes in the chaos. There are many different opportunities and different ways the Doctor could get out revolving around the Daleks. Daleks could even attack the prison. We don't actually know, but I think it's also very possible that the Daleks could deliberately or inadvertently get the Doctor out of the prison that she's trapped in. And number 3. She doesn't get out of prison. Now, yes, I know what you're all going to say, the Doctor has to save the Earth from the Daleks and somehow get to the Earth. And yes, the Doctor does, but there is a unique thing about this era that they haven't yet capitalised on, but they could finally start doing now. Yes, the Doctor has to save the day. No one said anything about the 13th Doctor. There are 2 Doctors in this era. There's the 13th Doctor and the Fugitive Doctor, the Ruth Doctor, whatever you want to call her, played by Jo Martin. What if the 13th Doctor doesn't escape prison for the entirety of Revolution of the Daleks, and it is a massive, massive misdirection, and instead the Fugitive Doctor arrives on Earth and helps the companions, and presumably Jack, stop the Daleks instead of the 13th Doctor, leaving the 13th Doctor trapped in prison. This could then lead to Series 13, possibly maybe the entire series, or at least the first half, being a Fugitive Doctor series, instead of the 13th Doctor series. And possibly in that series you could find out that she is in fact not a past incarnation, but a future incarnation, so they find out that the Doctor is still alive, and have to go and save her. And it could be really interesting, because we know Ryan and Graham probably leaving in Revolution of the Daleks, and what if they did whilst the 13th Doctor wasn't around? It's also been heavily implied by a lot of the cast, mainly Mandip Gill, that it ends on a cliffhanger. What if the cliffhanger is that her and maybe Jack go with the Fugitive Doctor and not the 13th Doctor? That could lead to some really interesting possibilities, as this is something that only this era could really do. This is the only era where there are 2 separate Doctors coexisting at the same time. Ruth's appeared twice, Fugitive of the Judoon and briefly in The Timeless Children. what if she makes further appearances starting in this? I think that would be really cool, and it would be my preferred option, to be honest. I would love the 13th Doctor to get out and meet Jack and everything and stop the Daleks, but I think it'd be really cool if she doesn't get out, because I feel like if she does get out in Revolution of the Daleks, it's going to kind of feel like a bit of a cop-out. You've set up this plot line and it's finished in like one episode. But I want to know what you think. Please tell me down in the comment section below. But in the meantime, I've been Sideman Alf, and from me for now, it's goodbye.